it kind of speaks to your brand values and like what is it true to my business? If my business had 7 chakras, like kind of separate yourself from your business for a moment and going, what's really functioning well and what's out of balance? Is it all talk and no listen? Is it, and how is it showing up in the world? And when you start to pull out going, these are the brown values the lens needs to shine through all of these brown values. And for me, that sounds very like solar plexus. This is identity. And so what's the identity of your brand? What's the identity of your business? And one Reiki business could all be about fun and play and doing a Reiki dance class, or versus someone else where their brand values is about harmony in the home and how do they bring peace within so that their family life flows well. And that's what they offer, family Reiki sessions. So there's all these different offerings, all these different values that you can bring to the table, and to narrow it down to 3 to 5 values that all of everything that you put out into the world, whether it's an email, a post, talking with a client, the light needs to shine through those values. And so when I hear Reiki lifestyle, it speaks to how do we incorporate this into our life? How do we make it approachable? How do we make it community oriented? How do we bring it into the home so that we're doing Reiki all of the time? And correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I
exactly,
feel,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And so when I see that your branding, that's what resonates. When I see your Facebook posts, when I see all the offerings that you put out, it speaks through that lens. And so really feel into your own business, into its own solar plexus identity. What values need to speak through that business?
So one of the ways that I've done that in the past is automatic writing, where I'll do some self Reiki and ask that question. So what question you just said was, what are 3 to 5 values that express my my Reiki practice, Reiki business?
Yeah.
Mhm. And then, so, do some self Reiki, ask yourself the question, and then just put your pen to paper and let it do the writing. And then go through, and it can be more than 3 to 5, but then go back through and kind of look at it after you've written it.
Mhm.
Because the automatic writing lets you just put it, put your pen to paper and let it go with
Yeah.
no evaluation.
I love that.
Yeah, and then pick the 3 to 5 out of that.
Mhm.
So that brand value, I just want to mention what that means because, um, we all talk about that, but when people are brand new, they may not necessarily know, like, what does that actually mean? What is my brand value?
Mhm.
So, do you want to describe that a little bit?
Yeah, I'd love to. So brand values, when when you hear the word brand, I feel like I almost step it back a little bit. Like oftentimes when I started my Reiki business, I didn't know what brand was. I was totally clueless, right? And so when you hear the word brand, it's almost where it's synonymous with business, the word business. So when you think Nike, they're very well branded. They've been very well branded for, over half a century. And so you can start thinking, what are their values? What do they stand for? What is their logo? All of those things start to come to mind. So their values is strength, endurance, um, overcoming obstacles, being diverse, like all of these values that Nike represents are now very well known to their audience because they're established and they've been they've been saying the same things over and over and over again for many, many years. And so it doesn't matter if you have long-term goals or short-term goals, your values can stay the same. So like Reiki Cafe University's values is innovation, community, spirituality, passion, courage. And so everything that we put out and promote is seen through that lens. So if you see a post, I might want you to feel inspired or understand that there's innovative solutions to Reiki education in the 21st century. So everything that comes through really speaks to this is the identity of the company, of the brand. Did I explain that okay?